Hey guys, Tony here, and I'm going to give you my impressions on Wreckfest 2, which has just dropped into early access for £24.99, but you can pick it up with 10% off for £19.99 if you buy before the 3rd of April. Wreckfest 2 is a sequel to the Demolition Derby style racing game that became a firm favourite of mine. I backed the original Wreckfest the moment it was announced all them years ago. It was like 2018 or something. It offers the same excitement of destruction, chaos and mayhem, but does it improve on the original, or is it just more of the same? Let's find out. So as always, let's start with gameplay. If you're familiar with the original Wreckfest, you pretty much know what you're getting here. Like, not a lot has changed in the main core gameplay. I mean, it's a racing game, but Wreckfest is always about that destructive, intense racing, where the goal isn't always about crossing the finish line. Sometimes you just want to have a lot of fun doing it and wreck as many cars as possible. Also, I'm glad to say the physics, especially the vehicle damage model, is still a highlight of this game. It hasn't changed that much, but it's so good. Cars crumple, bend and break in like the most satisfying ways as you slam into your opponents, or like me, usually crash into some sort of obstacle. And it still looks just as impressive. It's maybe not up to like Beam NG levels, but still very good. I would say the racing and overall feel of the game is a bit tighter than the original. The cars feel more responsive. I mean, it's still super arcadey, but there is a certain level of fun in the driving. But if you push too hard, you can still spin out or crash into a wall. The AI is a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, they can be really aggressive and pretty challenging. Like you can find yourself at the back of the grid in no time. But then at other times, they just feel a little bit, I don't know, like predictable. And sometimes they do really stupid things. Like they'll just drive straight into a wall, won't go around a corner, or just like an aimbot just head straight for you. But I do think overall, the feel of the racing has definitely been improved. Graphically, the cars and tracks look good. There's enough detail to make the carnage feel real. And you can clearly see the impact of every collision. Like you crash into a barrier, part of it will come off. You go through a tyre barrier, tyres go everywhere. And like the track does change as you race. Like one lap, it'll look almost pristine. You get round again and everything's all over the place. But yeah, I think the track's all pretty well designed and the cars look good. The sound design again is very well done. I mean, the cars sound different. They sound really beefy. You can hear the roar of the engine. The crashing sounds are also really well done. However, no music. That seems a little bit weird. It's just like kind of silent, especially if you're just driving around by yourself. It could do with some music. So I guess the important question you're all asking, what do I get for my money? Well, you get a grand total of 4 cars. You get 3 tracks with a few alternative layouts and a test track. There's 3 modes: quick race, which just puts you in a race; custom with super limited options, like there's hardly any. There's also no weather here, there's no rain or anything, you can just have sunny or cloudy. Then there's also multiplayer, which I've not tried, but I've heard it's pretty good. There's also limited customization on cars. You can basically paint any of your 4 cars and choose different colours on the hood, the back end, the wheels and stuff like that, but there's no custom parts or anything as yet. You can drive every track on every layout with every car in about an hour, and then there's very little to do. And then, I hate this practice, there's already a DLC season pack for £11.29. So if you want another 4 more cars in your game, yep, cough up, give us some money. I will never understand why, when a game is first made, bearing in mind this is early access, they don't give you all the content they've made. They've went, we have 8 cars. Tell you what, let's sell 4 separately and break the game up. You know, it always leaves a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. So in conclusion, do I think this game is worth picking up at this point of time? It's really gonna depend. This is a super early game. It's very bare bones, like very, and the dev is already gating off content to sell separately. So I must say, it's probably a no from me, which I was very surprised about. I was bored after about an hour. I just felt I'd seen all the game had to offer. This needs way more time in the oven. Yes, it's a step up from the original, and yes, the racing does feel tighter. I think it's closer. The graphics are really good. However, Wreckfest took a really long time to get good. It started very bare bones as well. So it's probably one of these games where you might add it to your wish list and check the updates out, or buy it if you want to support the developers and just check in every couple of months. But at the moment, there's very little here that's going to hold your interest for long. And I really think they need to start pumping that free content out, not keeping it behind DLCs. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got to say on the subject. I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.